Welcome to Mathematical Pathshala. In this lecture, we are going to discuss ring theory solution of CSIR NET December 2018 solution. In that session, they have asked only two questions, and both question they have asked in part C. So those were of marks 4.75. So the total weightage is 9.5, and the level of question is quite good. अगर आप चीज़ें अच्छे से पढ़ के गए तभी अटैम्प्ट होंगी, अदरवाइज गलत होने के चांसेस बहुत ज़्यादा हैं. चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं. Question number 1. Let R be the ring Cx over ideal generated by x square plus 1. Pick the correct statements from below. Option A, dimension of this R over C is 3. See, अगर आप इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करना चाहते हो, so we can use the Chinese remainder theorem. So we should know what is the meaning of co-maximal ideal. See, I and J are called co-maximal in R, where I comma J are ideal of R, where R is some ring. So this I and J are called co-maximal in R if I plus J can generate whole of ring. So this I plus J should be co-maximal for using the Chinese remainder theorem. You can see this is same as Cx ideal generated by x square, or I can write x minus iota, x plus iota, because I am in a C, so I can use iota or imaginary parts. So this is same as x minus iota, x plus iota. Can I write in this format? This is actually isomorphic to Cx by x minus iota cross Cx upon x plus iota. Can I use this? So first I have to show that this I and J both are co-maximal, otherwise I cannot use. This Chinese remainder theorem I can use only when this ideal and this ideal both are co-maximal. That is, the sum of this ideal plus this ideal should generate whole of Cx. So first I need to show that. Let me verify. X minus iota plus ideal generated by x plus iota is whole of C of x. If I show that this ideal, sum of two ideal is again an ideal. If I show that this sum contains a unit element, then I am done. Because if any ideal contains a unit, it becomes whole of R. So I am showing this sum of these two ideals containing a unit element. See, x minus iota plus x plus iota. I can multiply with any polynomial inside this Cx. So here I am multiplying with iota, and here I am multiplying with minus iota. I can multiply because this iota is a polynomial inside this minus iota is a polynomial inside this. So this is iota x plus 1 plus or minus iota plus 1, because minus iota square is plus 1. So it is going to be 2. And because this C is a field, so every non-zero element will be a unit inside this. So I can see this 2 is of the form 2 plus 0x plus 0x square plus up to 0x power n. You can verify this 2 is a unit inside this Cx, because you can find the multiplicative inverse. You can define 1 by 2 as a polynomial. If you product this with this polynomial, you are going to get one element, that is the unity. So this 2 is a unit inside Cx. So this sum of these two ideals containing 2 and 2 is a unit, hence this whole will be equal to your ring. That is, these two ideals are co-maximal ideals. So I can use the Chinese remainder theorem. So by Chinese remainder theorem I can separate them, so I can write in this format. What can you say about this Cx over x minus iota? Can I say this is isomorphic to, or can I say this is isomorphic to some field? If I show that this x minus iota is a maximal ideal, then I am done. So there are two ways to solve this problem. If you are able to show this is a field, then easy, otherwise we can do one more thing. Or dimension of C over R is 3. So for this I have to show this. Let me define a function f from Cx to C, and the function is defined in this way. It is sending px to p iota. You can easily verify this is an onto ring homomorphism. If you take any complex number here, you can always find some px inside this, so that the image of that polynomial becomes that complex number. This is an easy case. Say a plus iota b inside c be any member. I am finding the pre-image of this. Set f of z or set pz बराबर say bz plus a. This is a polynomial inside cx, or if you are writing x, you can use x notation. Now take the image of this px under the mapping fx. You are going to get it is sending to p at iota. So p at iota value will be iota b plus a. So this polynomial is a pre-image of this element. So this mapping is an onto ring homomorphism. Moreover, it is an evaluation map, and every evaluation homomorphism is an onto ring homomorphism. So if you know the concept of evaluation homomorphism, you can use that. Otherwise, you can see this. So this is an onto ring homomorphism. Once it is an onto ring homomorphism, can you give me the kernel of this homomorphism? See, this Cx is a principal ideal domain because this C is a field, so Cx is a PID. Every ideal of this will be generated by some single element. So kernel of f will be the collection of all polynomials which are getting vanished at point iota. तो आयोटा पर वैनिश होने वाले सारे पोलिनोमियल आप करेक्ट कर लो, यानी कि आपके पास आइडियल आएगी x माइनस आयोटा से जनरेटेड. So this is the collection of all polynomials which are getting vanished at point iota. So this is my kernel. I can make use of the fundamental theorem. So by fundamental theorem I can see this Cx ideal generated by x minus iota is actually isomorphic to C. And similar concept I can use here. I will send the mapping px to p at minus iota because it is getting vanished at point minus iota. So this is actually isomorphic to C cross C. Now we have this structure. As this structure, we have everything. C cross C is two-dimensional because it is same as C2 over C. So it is two-dimensional vector space. Option A false. R has exactly two prime ideals. See, this is C cross C. अगर इस C के पास कितनी आइडियल्स होंगी? टू आइडियल्स, 0 एंड C. इसके पास दो आइडियल होंगी बिकॉज एवरी फील्ड हैज टू आइडियल्स, 0 एंड C. तो अगर आप इस पूरे की आइडियल्स देखोगे तो R के पास कितनी आइडियल होंगी? चार आइडियल, 0 क्रॉस 0, C क्रॉस 0, 0 क्रॉस C and C cross C. You can easily check these two are prime ideal as well as maximal ideal. So these two are maximal and prime both, whereas this is not a prime, neither prime nor maximal. You can see for this 0, 1 cross 1, 0 belongs to 0 cross 0. But neither this is inside this nor this is inside this. So by definition of prime ideal, this is not a prime ideal. And you can easily verify these two are prime ideals. Now here I am using one thing. Every ideal of C cross C is of the form I cross J, where I is an ideal in this, J is an ideal in this. So this I can use in the case of finite product of fields. If I have finite product of rings, I cannot use this statement. I cannot say there are precisely 4 ideals. This I can say only when I am doing with the finite product of field or finite product of rings, provided your rings should be commutative ring with unity, then I can use. Otherwise I cannot use in general case. So it has two prime ideals, that is correct, because this and this both are prime ideals. Option C, R is a UFD. See, this C cross C is not even an integral domain because this 1, 0 and 0, 1 is equal to R is equal to 0, 0. It is a non-zero element. So it has a zero divisor. It cannot be integral domain. It cannot be UFD. So it is not a unique factorization domain. Option D, ideal generated by X is a maximal ideal of R. C. CSR वाले हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ गलती करते हैं. They are saying ideal generated by X is a maximal ideal. अगर आप कोई ideal generate कर रहे हो, first that element should be a member of this R. can R be a member of this ring? This is a quotient ring. This X is not in the form of quotient. So this is not even a member of this. So this is not a member of R. So you cannot say the ideal generated by this X will be an ideal of R. So this is a false option. They should have mentioned in this format. Ideal generated by X plus ideal generated by X square plus 1. This is a member of, this whole is a member of R. You can generate this as an ideal. So they should have mentioned this. If they are mentioning this, this will become maximal ideal. You can define a mapping, say F from R to, let me define to C, and I am sending in this way, F ideal generate, or let me write some Px plus ideal generated by X square plus 1, because member in R will look like some polynomial inside Cx plus the ideal generated by X square plus 1. I am sending this to P at 0. Clearly this is again an evaluation map. You can check this is onto ring homomorphism. If you try to find kernel, कर्नल में वो सारे पोलिनोमियल आएंगे, मतलब इन पोलिनोमियल में वो रिस्ट्रिक्शन आएगा जो जीरो पर वैनिश हो रहे हैं. अगर जीरो पर वैनिश हो रहे हैं तो उनमें कांस्टेंट टर्म नहीं आएगा. कांस्टेंट टर्म नहीं होगा तो वो एक्स से स्टार्टिंग होगी, आप एक्स कॉमन आउट ले लो, तो वो सारे पोलिनोमियल आएंगे जो एक्स से जनरेट हो रहे हैं. सो यू कैन सी kernel of this homomorphism is nothing but ideal generated by X plus ideal generated by X square plus 1. Now you can see this R by ideal generated by X plus ideal generated by X square plus 1 is actually isomorphic to C because of ontoness. This R is a CRU because this CX is a CRU. So this is a CRU. This structure is isomorphic to field if and only if this is a maximal ideal. So this is a maximal ideal. If they mention this, then the option is correct. If they do not mention this, then the option is itself is a false option. You cannot generate an ideal which is not even a member of this ring. So option B is the only correct. Now let us come to the last question. Last question is a part of real analysis. Let fx be a polynomial which is defined as x power 7 minus 105x plus 12. Then which of the following are correct? Fx is reducible over Q. I can make use of the Eisenstein criteria. You can see this 3 divides 12, 3 divides 0, the coefficient of x, 3 divides minus 105, 3 divides 0, coefficient of x square, 3 divides 0, where this 0 is a coefficient of x power 6, and 3 does not divide the coefficient of highest degree term. And you can also observe 3 square does not divide the constant term, 9 does not divide 12. So by Eisenstein criteria, this is a prime satisfying all the hypotheses. So this is an irreducible polynomial over Q as well as over Z. So this is irreducible over Q and over Z also, because it is a monic polynomial and the coefficient are integer valued. So this is irreducible over Q if and only if irreducible over Z. So by Eisenstein criteria, this is irreducible over Q. So option A false. It is saying reducible, but it is irreducible. Option B, there exists an integer m such that fm is equal to 105. Let me see this problem. Your fx is x power 7 minus 105x plus 12. This is okay. Let me do this problem in this way. If I use the real analysis way, so the derivative of this polynomial will be 7x power 6 minus 105. This will be this, and this is same as I can take 7 common out. I will be having x power 6 minus, if I divide with 7, I will be having 7 1 7, then 3 5 15. I will be having this. Now let me draw here. Say this point is, or I will have little complication here. I have to find the 15 power 1 by 6. Now rather doing this, I can do some more thing. Let me do those things. I can use the rational root criteria here. That will help me, and that will help me fastly. It is saying there exists m, an integer such that fm बराबर 105. Let us see, can such m exist? Let f of m बराबर 105. If f of m बराबर 105, this will be m power 7 minus 105 m plus 12. That I can see. I can define a new polynomial, say gx is equal to x power 7 minus 105x, and if I 105 subtract here, I am going to get plus 12 minus k 105. That is, I will be having minus of 93. That is correct. अगर कोई भी ऐसा m integer मिला, so I can define this polynomial, and I can see this g at point m will be 0. That means if you are taking any integer satisfying this property, I can construct g such that g of m will be 0. The way you are defining, your g of m has to be 0. Now, can g be 0 at any integer? Use one more thing. R by S belongs to Q, or you note this thing. Let me define one important note. The rational root criteria. Let fx is of the form a0 plus a1x plus up to an x power n belongs to zx, the polynomial whose coefficients are coming from z. R by S belongs to Q, where GCD of R comma S is 1. So I do not want the repetition on rational. This R by S is a root of f if then R should divide A0 and S should divide S. That is, the restriction on this R by S should be a root. This R by S is a rational number and it is a root of a polynomial whose coefficients are coming from integer. Then this R should divide A0 and your S should divide AN, the leading term. So this is the restriction on a rational root. This R by S is a root of this polynomial provided this R should divide A0 and S should divide AN. अगर ये R A0 को डिवाइड नहीं करेगा, S AN को डिवाइड नहीं करेगा, तो कभी भी इस टाइप का रूट नहीं बनेगा. दिस इज कॉल्ड द रैशनल रूट क्राइटेरिया. इफ आई यूज द रैशनल रूट क्राइटेरिया ऑन G, you are saying this G is getting vanished at point M. So what is the possibility for rational root? This R should divide minus 93, this S should divide 1, but for R by S is a rational, this S is a natural number, this R is an integer. So possible value of S will be 1. So I can see the possible value of R by S will be plus minus 93. अगर ये वैनिश होगा तो प्लस माइनस 93, और ये दोनों की दोनों इंटीजर है, यानी कि अगर इसके पास कोई भी रैशनल रूट होगा तो वो हमेशा इंटीजर रूट होगा. अगर कोई भी इंटीजर रूट होगा तो उसकी वैल्यू प्लस माइनस के 93 होगी. क्या ये 93 पर वैनिश होगा? चेक करते हैं. G at 93, you are going to get 93 power 7 minus 105 into 93 minus 93. You can easily verify this will not be vanishing because you can take the 93 common out. 93 power 6 minus 105 minus 1, so this is 106. This value is non-zero value, and by similar argument you can check at point minus 93. ये minus 93 पर भी vanish नहीं होगा. That means this G cannot be vanished at any integer. If G cannot be vanished at any integer, this F cannot be 105 for any integer. So this is the explanation. Option B false. Now let me come to the option C. There exists an integer m such that f of m बराबर 2. Suppose f of m बराबर 2, that is m power 7 minus 105 m plus 12 बराबर 2. So I can say m power 7 minus 105 m minus 10 बराबर plus 10 बराबर 0. So if this m exists, I can create another gx such that x power 7 minus 105x plus 12 plus 10, such that this g will be vanishing at that m. If you can give me such m, I can give you such g, such that this g will be vanishing at that integer. Now the condition on this g has a rational root. I can see this r should divide 10, this s should divide 1. So possible value of r by s will be plus minus 10. You can again check this polynomial will not vanish at point 10, will not vanish at point minus 10 by similar argument, because it will be 10 power 10 minus 106, 10 power 10 minus of 10 power 7 and plus of 106. It will not be vanishing at point minus 10 or plus 10. So you cannot give me such m, because if you can give me such m, I can give you such g, but such g does not exist by the rational root criteria. So option B, C, A all are false. अगर क्वेश्चन सही है, option D has to be true. Otherwise सही नहीं होगा. Now option D verify करना आप अपने आप. Fm is not a prime number for any integer m. इसको वेरीफाई करने के लिए आई एम गिविंग यू वन हिंट. आई हैव गिवन द डिटेल बिकॉज आपके ए और बी और ए बी सी तीनों फॉल्स हो चुके हैं. तो अगर क्वेश्चन सही है तो ऑप्शन डी हैज़ टू बी ट्रू. सो आई एम गिविंग यू हिंट फॉर डी. एफ एम इज़ नॉट अ प्राइम नंबर फॉर एनी इंटीजर. पहले आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि अगर आपका कोई भी इंटीजर है तो वो किस फॉर्मेट का हो सकता है. कभी वेरीफाई करना है कि आपके पास कोई भी प्राइम है वो किस फॉर्मेट का हो सकता है. उसको कभी आप 6n+1 या 6n-1 से रिलेट करना. Every prime number is of this format. Other than 2, 3, for every n belongs to natural number. If you take n value is 1, you can get 5. If you take n value 1, you can get 7 from here. So other than 2 and 3, all the prime numbers will be of this form. इसको एक बार कंफर्म कर लेना. I am not really sure. आपको पहले ये निकालना पड़ेगा जितने भी प्राइम है वो इस फॉर्मेट के होते हैं. You can easily verify 13 can be written in this format, then 17 will be in this format. So you can see this. I think इसी फॉर्मेट के होते हैं, तो आपको इस चीज़ का यूज़ करना पड़ेगा. तो ऑप्शन में बोला है fm is not a prime number for any integer m. तो सपोज करो कि fm is a prime for some integer. तो जो प्राइम होगा वो किस टाइप की वैल्यू देगा, 6n+1 और 6n-1. क्योंकि 2 के लिए आप चेक कर सकते हो, 3 के लिए और चेक कर सकते हो, लेकिन लार्जर वैल्यू के लिए हमेशा नहीं बोल सकते. तो आप वहाँ पर अज्यूम करना कि वो वैल्यू अज्यूम कर रहा है 6n+1 और 6n-1, तो वहाँ से कोई ना कोई कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन निकल के आएगा. सो ऑप्शन डी विल बी द करेक्ट फॉर दिस प्रॉब्लम. आई होप आपको सारे के सारे आर्ग्यूमेंट समझ में आए हो, बट स्टिल इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन आस्क इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. यू कैन डू व्हाट्सअप मी ऑल्सो, बट इफ यू हैव एनी or if you have any suggestion for us, you are always welcome. Thanks for watching this solution series.